I have to say, the art in the South is unmatched, but of course everything is bigger in Texas. They had huge murals like this one that reminded me of Air Racer from Transformers, along with ornate architecture, buildings, and sculptures around every corner. When we made it into the museum, we were met with a photography exhibit that showcased the Houston neighborhoods and schools. And then we made it to this walkway where I absolutely grabbed my pearls because it felt like I was walking into the ancestral realm of Wakanda. It was so cool and very catwalk worthy. But alas, we made it to the main exhibit that I was excited to see, the Murakami exhibit. Murakami's exhibit is an immersive fusion of tech and nature, and it's like walking into an otherworldly realm with different environments around every corner. And this exhibit was very up close and personal, and I definitely recommend if you're in the Houston area. Now, getting into the main part of the museum, which was absolutely massive. There were so many different levels and rooms. We actually got kind of lost at one point. So when it comes to art, a lot can catch my eye and get me excited, but the girls love jewelry, and they had a lot of jewelry pieces dating back from 200 BC even up to the late 1900s. I would have loved to see how they styled these back then, and they had cool vases that reminded me of Hercules. An instant classic, of course. Sculpted in 1873 by Jean-Baptiste Corpo, is of a woman straining against her bonds with a look of strength and defiance. Of course, being provocative at the time, the artist still put forth his strong anti-slavery sympathies through his work. This next painting captured me from across the room. Fire at the Opera House, 1781, was based on a tragedy where the flames reportedly reached nearly 328 feet. And if you look closely, you can see people onlooking and fleeing. It reminded me of Miyazaki's new film, Boy in the Heron, where the hospital burned down. And many of the paintings were massive and will encapsulate you with their details from texture to lighting. We came a little later in the evening, so we didn't get to spend too much time in each area, but I recommend going early so you can take your time. And I had to save the best for last, which is my Flowers for Artists featuring Robert S. Duncanson, dated back to 1850 and being one of the first African American artists to achieve national and international acclaim. And being descendants of freed slaves, Duncanson apprenticed under his father's house painting business. During the time, Ohio had a bustling art scene, so he was encouraged to follow suit with his passion at just 19 years old. But due to the times, he wasn't able to take classes, so in turn became self-taught by practicing for hours and copying prints of well-known artists, which later turned him into being considered one of the best landscape artists of the West. Art is food and food is art, baby. We went to the chocolate bar, got a huge Matilda cake that took 2 business days to eat, then went to Papacitos, 10 out of 10 recommend. Next, Dreamcon, baby.
Okay, let's go.
2025 and Dreamcon was definitely the vibe, honey. This was our second time attending Dreamcon and it was absolutely amazing. They did it bigger and better, had artists, vendors, merch everywhere. This guy here, he is an absolute awesome artist and he's super cool. Of course, I had the Cop, Street Fighter, Storm, and I got also one of his card decks. He put me in a sweet deal on that. You should definitely check him out. Shopping really does be my favorite part because they be having so much. Anyways, they had Godzilla in the building, Skyline GTR for those who don't know, along with a lot of other dope cars to check out. Now to some of the favorite events and panels. Boondocks had their 20th anniversary panel. That was awesome to see. Quick outfit check. Street Fighter, of course. Now, this was a fight choreography workshop. This is one of my favorites. It had Fiction and Brianna. That was so cool to see, and I'm definitely going to be utilizing these tips in my films. And of course, they had cosplay everywhere, but this Overlord cosplay definitely took the cake. It was so creative. Now, they had chill panels, but I'm not even going to lie, we were lit the whole time. And when Meg came out, this absolutely sealed the deal for it being my favorite Dreamcon. She was Yoruichi from Bleach, one of my favorite characters. Bow, bow, killed it.
But like, this is a space for like hotties to be they like full cosplay anime like little weeb nerd self. Yeah.
Megan even made the exclusive announcement of her new anime coming out soon, and if it's anything like her, it's gonna be fire. And of course, I had to support my girl with the chicas divertidas. In Houston, you owe me nothing.